How's it going, everyone? Sethphir here, and I have some critical information that you're not going to want to miss out on. This is going to be a very quick weekly guide that's going to remind you of everything that you need to get done in the week so that you do not forget anything and you can stay ahead of the curve. So first, we're going to talk about 1.1 and Yinlin early arrival. That's going to be on June 6th. So you're going to go ahead and want to repair some of the materials that you're going to need for that character. And that's going to include materials from the World Boss Mech Abomination, which is going to be used for her ascension, as well as the weekly boss Dreamless, or the Crownless at the top, which is going to give you the feather for her talent ascension materials. There's a few other things that you could farm in the southern area, the Corellius flower or mushroom or whatever that thing is. You're going to want to go ahead and check that one out, as well as the helix from the forgery contracts that you can spend your daily points on. So you can start preparing those materials now for when you pull on Yinlin. You can go ahead and have those ready to go and not be scrambling for them last minute. And trust me, that's going to be very important. So next we're going to move on to the soul level and the experience calculations for this week. Right now I am level 36. I will be level 37 by the end of the day once I spend my wave plates. This means that probably around Thursday I will be level 38. And I'm predicting on Saturday I will be level 39. And that means that if I'm going to be Saturday on 39, I'm going to be somewhere between a third and a halfway to level 40 on Sunday. This is where we're going to want to start to use some of our solvents. We've been saving these. I have 46. The reason I have 46 is because they just gave us 10 in the mail, but also that I did purchase the battle pass, so that helps me get a few extras here and there. You'll probably have somewhere, I'm guessing, like 30 something if you haven't purchased the battle pass, but don't worry, this will be enough to push you over the edge to allow you to hit Soul Phase 5. And why would you want to do that? When you hit Soul Phase 5, a few good things are going to happen for you. One, the level of your world is going to go up, so you're going to get better drops, which is going to help. But also your data bank will be uncapped. You will be able to go up to 19 to 20, which will allow you to get better drop rates on 5-star echoes. So I strongly recommend that you hold off farming for 5-star echoes right now, as it will be much more worth your time once you hit Sulfate 5, as you'll be able to get a higher drop percentage on this. Speaking of drop percentages, we do have the weekly refresh for the enhanced drop rate on the Overlord and Calamity monsters. You get 15 of these every week. It's going to reset on Monday, and it's a 90% chance for them to drop. So this is going to be really good. You're going to be able to take advantage of this. So make sure that the first 15 bosses or calamities that you kill are going to be ones that you want to target farm. You want to get these out of the way, because if you're just killing random bosses for completion or whatever, you're going to be getting an echo from that type. You're going to want to make sure it's something that you need, something like the Bellborn for Verena, or maybe the Tempest for upcoming Yinlin, the Tempest Memphis, as well as a couple other characters. So go ahead and pick the one that you want, farm until you have no more remaining chances, and then you can go about getting materials for the other characters that you may be working on at the moment. Now, moving on, we have the Synthesizer Weekly, which is coming up. I just want to put a reminder and make sure that nobody misses out on this. But if you go to the second tab here, you will be able to create, once again, 10 of each of these weapon XP materials. This is a weekly cap. It's going to require ore to create. So make sure you go ahead and get that done and do not miss out on that one. In addition to that, there is a synthesis level. I just want to let everybody know, because this is a little bit of a weird thing, but the more things you create with your proficiency, you're going to unlock rewards. So go ahead and collect a lot of these materials that you see out in the world, even these stupid flowers all over the place. They're going to be useful somewhere, somehow. So make sure that you keep an eye out for those things. Next up, we have cooking ingredients, which is going to be from Mahi, located in the main city, right next to the cook, where you can create all your good stuff. But you're going to want to check this out, because down at the bottom, there are going to be a couple of ingredients that are locked in at 5 out of 5, so you can get 5 of these every week, and that these are going to be used to create recipes And how the game works is you can only create a recipe so many times before it stops giving experience, and then you will need to create other ones. So I would strongly recommend getting this because you will be able to head over to the cook and create very, very, very powerful cooking recipes that can actually be used to help you progress your account. So for example, I can create a legendary Mori hot pot, and that's going to increase all party members' attack by 40%. And this is going to be really powerful because this actually can be used on the tactical holograms. So those challenges out in the open world that are going to increase your purple currency from the Tower Adversity, that's going to allow you to unlock more materials. You're going to want to go ahead and use this because it's going to give you a little bit of an edge, especially when you're challenging some of those higher level tactical holograms. I don't know the extent in which food buffs work, but they do seem to work on the outdoor boss type monsters, so that's something good to keep in mind. And then as we mentioned before, you're going to be looking at that cooking level when you go in here. So the more you get this up, you're going to get extra rewards from here, including asterite for pulls, and you're also going to get achievements, which is going to give you more asterite, so it's definitely nice to do. But as mentioned before, it has a total cap, so once you've cooked so much of something, you stop getting experience for it, so you're going to need to make a variety of things, so unlocking recipes is going to be very valuable on your way to becoming a master chef. And now I wanted to talk a little bit about the Battle Pass. We did get a 10,000 XP free in our mail, so that's going to help us out a lot. It's essentially just going to skip us forward 1 week because the 1.1 announcement is coming a little bit earlier. So they're trying to balance that out to make sure that you have everything you need. Currently, I'm on Battle Pass level 41, and I still have about 9,000 XP to go, so I'm going to predict that I'm going to get somewhere close to level 50 this week, which is going to be a lot of extra goodies in there. If you haven't got the Battle Pass already, I would definitely recommend it, and just in terms of raw gameplay value, you get tons of things like Echo XP and all that, so if you can't afford to swing the 10-15 bucks or whatever it is, I think it's a decent purchase if you're interested in the game. I've been a long time gacha player. I've done everything from super giga whaling to spending no money at all, and I think where I've settled and landed at is I think Battle Pass and the $5 card is pretty good. That's kind of the way to go, right? That's what you would expect to pay for a game, about 15 bucks. But to each their own, go ahead and choose what you want. I would definitely say there's some really nice stuff in this bottom tier here, as well as the weapon selector from the series. I will give you a few tips on this. I will say that anything with crit rate in this Battle Pass weapon selector is going to be better. So that's going to be the Broadblade, the Gauntlets, and the Rectifier. All of these are pretty good. It just depends on which characters you have and what you're going to build. If you want the Broadblade, you're probably looking at Calcharo and GN. If you're looking for the Rectifier, maybe you have that support 5-star monk lady. I don't know what you have, but perhaps that would be okay. And then with Yinlin coming, this is probably one of the better weapons that you could possibly get right here. So this Rectifier of Augment will be a powerful choice. And worst case, if you don't use it for Yinlin, you could probably use it for something else down the line. And finally, at last, we have the Tower of Adversity, which will reset this week. So I just want to throw that warning out there because you're going to want to get your materials. The hazard record currency is going to be used to be exchanged for very valuable things that you're going to need. You can get Echo experience. You could get premium tuners. You can get advanced energy cores. All this stuff is going to be really good for your account, so you're going to want to make sure to go ahead and push as far as you can by the end of the week. So we have 6 days, 17 hours left, so it's going to perfectly reset on Monday. And I will give you a bit of advice. Once you get past the early levels, you will enter the Resonant Tower and the Echoing Tower, as well as the Tower of Hazard. I don't believe that the Tower of Hazard is like doable at the moment because the monsters are level 100, so they're just gonna have too much health. I'll give it a try this week once I hit the level 70 cap. That was my plan. Once the soul phase goes up, I'll be able to increase my character level. So I'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. I'll update you later in the week, but I don't know if this one's possible at the moment. But you will be able to get a lot of stuff from these side wings here, and if you can see how they're doing here, it's kind of crazy. So on the left side, you can see an arrow damage bonus, which, surprise, surprise, current character is GN. And on the right side, you can see an electro damage bonus. Again, I know, surprise, surprise, Yinlin's coming out, right? So both of the banner characters are going to be buffed and excel on one side of the tower. So I would strongly recommend the team of like Calcharo Yinlin plus a supporting character, maybe like Verena or Baizi, whatever you choose. And for the left side, I would recommend GN and either Sanhua or Mortifi, and then your choice of supporting character being Baizi or Verena, or maybe even that monk 5-star cost lady if you have her. She can be pretty interesting as well. And she's also Arrow, so that would be a pretty nice thing. So if you did manage to pull that one, could be good for you. But you'll probably be able to clear all these floors. I don't know if you'll be able to max star all the floors with the level 70 cap, because right now we have a level detriment. As you can see, these guys are level 90 down here, which was just a little bit too hard for my GN to clear at the moment. But he was able to clear the level 80s with 2 stars, so not too bad. I'm guessing when he hits level 70, I'll be able to go back and 3-star both of these levels and maybe 2-star, hopefully 2-star or 3-star, the final level here. So I should be getting a good amount of currency for the week. And then my Calcharo is also pretty strong, so we'll see how he is able to stack up against the right side of this tower, especially with Yinlin coming in the game. That will finally be online, and I'll be able to have that nasty electric combo, so they're going to be buffing each other, and it's going to be good, definitely. Alright, that's going to be it and everything I can think of for the week. If this helped you at all, make sure to subscribe, like, bell, all that cool stuff. If it didn't, don't worry about it. Thanks for your time and watching the video, and we will catch you in the next one. See you later, guys.